Yeah, okay, this is part two of Fans and Groupies. Last time, what did I finish off with? Drake and Weirdos on Cash Money. Um, I just say, like, basically, if you're a fan of hip hop, there's no hate about it. There's no beefing and all that shit, all that bullshit. Number one, there's no such thing as beef in hip hop. Real beef is people dying, people getting shot. Yo, I fought dude around the block. You know, now he said he gonna get his gun. I got a vest and shit. I get my gun. That's beef. You talking about rap battles? Tupac and Biggie were the only ones so far in hip hop besides Beanie Siegel, DMX, and Josh Situation. The very beginning of 50 Cent and Ja Rule's beef. Actually, the whole thing was real for the most part. It's that 50 Cent was so well protected that he couldn't be, be God again. He was beaten up twice. These are real facts. He was beaten up twice by Ja and his niggas. Once was in Quad Studio, up in Manhattan. The second one was in Atlanta. And they fought. Ja whooped his ass twice. These are facts. You can ask 50 Cent people who were there. And you can ask Murder Inc. people that were there. The thing was, that beef it wasn't one. 50 didn't beat Ja. Ja, number one, lyrically is 10 times better than 50 Cent can ever be. Listen to Vidi Vidi Vici, Ja Rule's first album, study hip hop. And you knew right there. Remember, it took all of Aftermath, G-Unit, and Shady to beat Murder Inc., to beat Ja. Ja was basically rapping alone for the most part before the rest of them started, Murder Inc., the rest of them started helping shit, but Ja was doing shit alone. You remember Eminem started dissing him, the D12, even Dr. Dre, G-Unit, all of them took to beat Ja. And they didn't beat him. Nigga went on holiday. You gotta understand, he was out before 50 Cent. Ja Rule sold more records than 50 Cent before he even came out. Ja Rule sold over over about 30 million records. Ja Rule's a multi-millionaire. He owns stores, he owns places, and he's still a millionaire to this day. He owns 2 houses, one in Miami, one mansion in Miami, one mansion in Cali. And he has tons of cars. So people who think Ja's broke, he's not. You should go check up on that and get your facts straight. That's another thing. People that come about hip-hop shit, information, they don't have their facts straight. It's like me saying T.I.'s broke. T.I. is far from broke. And nigga buys Ferraris. Like what I was saying about fans and groupies, that there's too many groupies. And like I said, groupies do whatever the artist wants them to. You know what I mean? I like Trey Songz. Trey Songz has to be the only dude singing right now that I don't have a problem with. Because Justin Timberlake's on break. I don't give a fuck what you say. Justin Timberlake last album, classic. Man, the music on it is fucking good. Like I said, I'm a fan of music. I listen to rock. I listen to anything. That's good. But Usher makes a good song every 2 years. He only had to do 2 good songs on his album. So I have to go with Trey Songz. So I listened to Trey Songz when he first came out. That's the thing. That's another thing. Now Trey Songz has groupies, but the thing is, he deserves the groupies because he been out so long. Remember when he was bony as fuck, nigga, looking anorexic, and he had the braids. Nobody was bumping his ass like that then. Nobody was saying he was sexy and all that. Now he got the more tattoos and all that, and he got more muscle. He cut his hair and got waves now, and he got more new music. So now everybody's on him. But those are groupies. If you were a fan, that means you knew about Trey Songz back then, before he's what he is now. That's what I'm saying. I'll tell you something. There's no such thing as hip hop beef. Well, Lil' Kim, if she says it's beef, it's different. Like I said, go check her track record. I don't even really care about this stupid ass thing. It's not my business. None of them will put money in my pocket. That's another thing. Why are you arguing with me if you're a Nicki Minaj fan over Lil' Kim? I really don't give a fuck what you're saying. Because Nicki Minaj don't know you, don't like you, and damn sure don't love you, and ain't giving you no money. She says all that shit as a gimmick and because she's an artist. You have to love your fans. Even if you're an artist and you're on stage, you can be anybody. If you're pissed at a fan, you can't disrespect the rest of the fans because of that one asshole that may have thrown a bottle or something at stage at you. You can't disrespect the fans, or you lose your money. You lose the people who buy your albums. So for people that say, "Oh, I love you, Nicki Minaj, I love you too," she don't give a fuck about you. You stupid. Birdman said, "I love you" to how many people? And he just bought $1 million watch and bought this. Always complaining, always talking shit about what he bought. That nigga, he ain't giving you no money. Stop getting on these artists. Give me facts, you know. Oh, somebody brought to me yesterday, Lil Wayne is the best rapper alive. I said, why? Said, you're a hater. I said, how am I a hater? How is he the best? Oh, he's been hot for 5 years straight, even when he was in jail. Okay, let's get some facts straight. Number one, Lil Wayne is a pussy. Just being honest and real. Lil Wayne was in PC, protective custody, in jail on Rikers Island. Rikers Island, do your research, watch Scarface's For Life on YouTube if you want, about Rikers Island. Rikers Island is a fucking war zone. Everyone knows that, even if you don't live in New York and you're from New York. I'm from New York, I'm from Southside Queens. I'm in New York right now, you know what I mean? Everyone knows about Rikers. And if Lil Wayne was in population in Rikers Island, he would be dead. The Bloods would have killed him, the Latin Kings, Crips, they would have killed his ass. Regular population niggas would have killed his ass. Lil Wayne was in protected custody, so don't think he tough. Lil Wayne ain't tough. All that blood shit he repping is not real. The niggas would have tore his ass apart. The real Bloods in there, they would have tore his ass apart for fake repping, for set tripping and all that shit. They would have tore his ass up. His music, he's the best because he's been 5 years straight. How far back do I have to go to say artists been 5 years straight on top? You know, I can go from LL Cool J, who's been 20 years on top. 20 years on top. Okay? We're talking about the first millionaire of hip hop, the first artist on the Def Jam, and I can go back before that. Let's go to Rakim. You know, if y'all even know who these people are, like I said, if y'all not fans of hip hop, y'all just groupies, you can't attack me because I know hip hop, and it makes you look stupid. Lil Wayne, T.I., before he went to prison, and he did go to prison, he went to federal prison, and right now T.I. is in prison in Arkansas, and he's in population. T.I., on the other hand, like Lil Wayne, is actually a real nigga. T.I. been to jail dozens of times before he even blew up. He's a felony. Check his records. Way before the gun incident, way before he was popping right now and going mad platinum and Paper Trail and all these good ass albums. He was selling drugs. He was in shootouts. He was in gun charges. Check his resume. He was in population. He's in population right now, Arkansas prison. He has 30-minute phone time like the regular population. He has regular clothes and everything. He's not in celebrity protection. Check that. DMX is locked up too. So you know what I mean? Like, you gonna bother me with 5 years on top? How dare you? Jay-Z's been on top longer than Wayne. Must we get into this? Nah, I can go on all day. The Rock, Dipset, Beanie Siegel, fucking State Property, Bone Thugs and Harmony. 5 years. We're not even talking about 5 years. Bone Thugs were on top for what, 10, 15 years? Who else could I go on about? Tupac, number one, he still is today the top artist of all time. Tupac is the greatest and the best artist, factually, period. When you say Lil Wayne is the best and you don't acknowledge Pac before that and say he's the best, you disrespect him. Or you don't say Biggie, whoever's your favorite. Alright? Big pun. It goes on and on. The list. Terror Squad. You know, like, there's so many people. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, the whole Death Row thing, the whole thing when they were out conquering. Bad Boy when they were out conquering. And it was way more than 5 years. So don't come to me with Lil Wayne is the best rapper. Lil Wayne is not the fucking best rapper. What? I'm coming. Yeah, I'm right now. I'm coming. Lil Wayne is not the best rapper. The first album I bought was the Carter 2, and I have to admit that was a good album. That's why I bought it. The Carter 1, that was a good album. Carter 3, I ain't like so much. I had some weird ass tracks in it, but it had some good shit like Shoot Me Down. That's my shit. Lil Wayne makes good music sometimes, I have to admit. Like I said, I'm a fan of hip hop. I'm not a hater. If the artist makes a good song, I'm gonna listen to it. I'm not a fan of Nicki Minaj, but I bumped the Did It On Them track, whatever that was, Do It On Them, Did It On Them shit. I listened to the shit and I was like, alright. And the other track on the album, I heard the whole album. The album to me is garbage. She only has 2 good tracks to me, the one with Drake and the Did It On Them track. Massive Attack don't count because it's been out forever, so it's like, not a real album. Kanye album I heard, Lloyd Banks' new album. There's only 2 songs that suck on Lloyd Banks' album. Kanye West's album is the weirdest album I've heard in, I'd say, ever, because his tracks are like 9 minutes long each, and I can't really judge them as good or nothing because I don't know what to say about them. There's no track on his album under 4 minutes. Every track, even the interludes, are fucking long. Every track is like 9 minutes, 7 minutes long, 6 minutes. Like, seriously, I want to talk to Kanye West about his album because it's too fucking long. He needs to cut them tracks in half. You have tracks that are 9 minutes. I'm talking about, he has 16 tracks, and if you buy the deluxe album, you get 5 more tracks, and those tracks are super long as fuck too. So I'm still listening to Kanye's album because the tracks are so long. I have to go over and over on the album tracks to really like say if a song is good or not, because I forget I'm listening to a song because it's so long. It's kind of like a fucking audio movie. He shouldn't have done that shit. Shit's kind of fucking irritating. But it is what it is. That's all I gotta say on the groupie and the fan thing. If you're a fan, you ain't offended. If you're a groupie and you dress like your artist, you have 15 posters, you have little toys of the artist, and you say everything they say, you mimic what they do, everything is always positive about them, and you never had anything to say like, no, I wouldn't have done it like that, or this and that, you're a groupie. If you're a fan, you're a fan. That's all I gotta say. A fan gives props to even people they don't like. I hate Rick Ross. He's the fakest motherfucker in hip hop. He's a cop. He's an ex-prison guard that now claims to be the biggest drug dealer in Florida. He thinks he's Scarface. I'd love to beat his ass. That asshole. I'd love to beat Waka Flocka's ass too. He a fake piece of shit. And he got groupies. He been beat up, punched in the eye twice, had a band-aid, everything. He was jumped, he was robbed, and shot at the same fucking time. They threw bottles at him, and his crew and him ran off stage. He was given fake money. How many more embarrassing things do you have to do before you say this motherfucker is fake? Yet he's claiming blood and he going hard in the paint and saying he got guns and all this shit. Like I said, groupies, you don't see right through it. A groupie's gonna be like, wow, he's real. He's a real gangster. This motherfucker is fake as a motherfucker. And he ain't from Queens. He was born here and he was sent down to fucking Georgia. Yet he has the nerve to have Southside tattooed on his hands. Niggas up here in Queens don't appreciate that shit and don't respect that shit. We'll whoop your ass if we catch you. He ain't walking no hood up here. Just keeping it 100. Out. Nah, man.